Punani like this, punani like this. Do it now. Pop up just like you should. Just like you should. This, this. Mm, 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 mm. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right. Good day. Happy Jupiter Day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Jupiter Day card says Trump reading. Everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video below for you to see. For this week's Jupiter Day card pull reading, I will be channeling. There is Sarah, who's supporting the Dakota High School Dance. If you look up Sarah, you'll see that she is the daughter of Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. They represent like not the Holy Trinity, but they represent a Trinity. Um, to me, they're like about integration, hope, faith, and progression and all that stuff. Also, they also represent to me like what it looks like if like I guess the Holy Trinity or what it should look like in like a trio. They should represent like in the physical world, materialize what it should look like in the perfectly or whatnot. And I asked Sarah myself, who are you and how would you like to describe yourself? And the following came up, the zodiac sign Virgo came up, and she said, success, victory through focus and application of ideas and passion, proper balance and application of energy, practicality. It's one thing to have passion, energy, and an idea. It's true victory when you're able to carry it and see it through. So that's their Seraphine, and I'll be channeling with her. I will be channeling her for this week's Jupiter Day card pull reading. If you hear any extra sound during this reading, I apologize in advance. Life is life, and I'll handle it if it gets too much. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and retribution is helpful. And let's begin this week's Jupiter Day card pull reading. We only have 2 topics for this week's Jupiter Day card pull reading too. So I'm gonna start with the first one. Yeah, so let's do the first topic. wanna see if it's true. See if it's true. Now, I've been waiting, think it on the move. Now, you be feeling like me, how you like it. I've been waiting, think about make a move. All right. All right. Bottom of the deck, which is the bottom of the deck, which is this summary of the card that came out, is visualization, imagination, focus, experience, and manifestation. Top of the deck, you watching this right now, is family, belonging, community, culture, and tribe. Wow. The cards that came out for this, so for this week's Jupiter Day card pull reading, the first topic is Uplift, Inspire. The two cards that came out is first, honesty, truth, transparency, sincerity, and community. The second card to come out is guidance, support, love, signs, and direction. When it comes to uplift and inspire, this could be surrounding like a community. This could be surrounding like a mentor mentee, a parent and a child, or it could just be like a community. And then there's something about like a vision or whatnot. Maybe a vision of like a better life, a better family, a community. There's something about obviously honesty, like honest guidance. And then it's like someone who is your real friend, who's a genuine real friend and who wants to see you do good, do better. This is like a genuine community, genuine like mentor, mentee relationship, maybe parent-child relationship where they genuinely want to see, genuinely want to see like you do your best or whatnot. So basically, they tell you the truth or whatnot. They're honest with you about and transparent with you about some, and it's like guidance or whatnot. There's something about Grandmother Willow and like Pocahontas as well that I see here. Yeah, there's definitely something about the Grandmother Willow and Pocahontas, especially with it's like it looks like it's a compass. And I say that because there's a tree right here and the eye in the middle or something in the middle, so it reminds me of Grandmother Willow. And then also it looks like a compass to me, and it says direction or whatnot. So yeah, let us read these. Hi. So let's do the first one. Honesty, truth, transparency, sincerity, communication. Honesty opens the door to true freedom. Honesty is a currency of inner strength. Experience the power of sharing your truth. This card is all. Okay, I'm gonna read the card story and the card message because I was led to. So, card story: with eyes searching outside of herself for an answer, a young woman comes to realize that in truth, she already holds the key to her inner freedom in this moment. By claiming the courage to genuinely express what's in her heart, she opens an inner doorway to illuminate her entire experience. Complications unravel, confusion dissolves. The path forward is open and clear. There could be if there could be some type of relation to like the book of water and spirit and the spirit or whatnot. If you want to read that. And then card message. This card is all about truth. To live honestly and truthfully, being honest in your words and actions. While sometimes honesty seems like a difficult path to walk, in the end, it is the only way that truly fulfills and sustains us. When you can speak your truth without attachment to to how others respond, then you are truly free to be yourself. Also, what came up too is like the whole thing about like when people say like you should be worried when like okay, let's talk about sports and whatnot. I forgot what movie I was watching or something like that. Oh, it's Love and Basketball. Basically, like there's a lot of scenarios where they say this. They basically say like if in Love and Basketball, she was just wondering why the coach was like on her ass about you know in practice, and she was like, man, she was basically she finally went to the coach. No, the coach called her in and gave her a compliment. She was like, basically, it was like, yo, I thought that you didn't like me because she was like, no, like you should be worried when I don't say something. That's when you should be worried. So it's like, yes, somebody could be like voicing something or really be telling the truth, and it could really not. It could be annoying or something like that, but what you should be worried about is somebody is like lying to you. They're not telling you like being straight up. They're not saying something to you at all. If they're saying something and they're being honest, it's what you call it. It's from their heart. It's because they actually care about you and they want you to know the truth, so you could do better or whatever. So let's get back to that. That's what it was coming up to. When we gossip about others or speak dishonestly in any way, there is a part of us that knows that if we go along with something that isn't aligned with who we really are, we feel it deep inside. But acting outside of our integrity, we betray a part of ourselves, and in doing so, we move away from our soul's path. This card is a call to new levels of honesty and transparency. It is time to honor your values and beliefs and to live in alignment with these. If there are things that need to be said now may be the time to speak up. If you're living in ways that are not aligned with who you came here to be, now is the time to be honest with yourself. If you feel blocked or stuck in your relationships because of hidden truths or unshared feelings, that's this opportunity to come clean, talk about it, and write about it. Find ways to honestly express yourself. Your world will be transformed. Honesty puts you on the path to fulfilling your life's purpose and lights up your steps along the way. The more you live in alignment with your truth, the more clearly the universe can make and work through you. Your truth will set you free. There's been like some type of undertone of that. Like, people may be going through stuff, and there's something about like the truth and telling the truth and like getting back in alignment and all that stuff. Let's do the second one, guidance. Support, love, signs, and direction. You are being divinely guided now in seen and unseen ways. Open yourself to receive, trust, and follow the path that is unfolding. Card story. Poised between the balance of sun and moon rests the guiding circle of a giant compass rose, an ally to seekers and explorers of truth and new frontiers. Its illuminated arrows point evenly in all directions, suggesting that the options for this journey are light filled and limitless. In its center stands the tree of life, grounded in divinity, with roots of the Celtic knot, sharing the gift of movement and flow. From the middle of the tree peers an open eye, calling us to recognize the gifts and guidance on our path with a willingness to trust and follow. Card message. Sometimes it feels as though we are all alone, that we are struggling to find our way and no one is there to help. When we feel we are without guidance, it's usually because we are ignoring the wisdom, science, and support that are trying to reach us through the subtle realms of higher knowing. When we try to force things, we blind determination or disregard the subtle messages that life gives us. This is like ignoring the directions of a compass on a journey, then wondering why we don't end up where we want to be. We are all guided and supported throughout our lives. There is a constant source of love from the forces of higher beings, angels, and guides. We are part of the miracle and the workings of the universe. When we ask for help and guidance, the universe always responds, orchestrating all manner of moons and circumstance to help align our steps. Guidance may come with a subtle shift of light or wind direction through symbols and a dream, or the lyrics of a song, through this quiet voice in your meditative writing, or the words of a passing conversation. In order to receive the messages that life's higher realms may have for us, we may need to raise our sense of awareness in the moment. Be still, present, and have faith that you are supported and guided always. Some of you need to be open to like the guidance of your like ancestors or your spirit guides. I'm thinking about the show Wednesday, and when the principal of the school who passed away, when she came back as Wednesday's spirit guide. And yeah, basically, it was weird at first, um, that the principal came back as her spirit guide, but she eventually was open to following the guidance of her spirit guide. And when everything got resolved after when things got resolved after she with the help of her guide, the guide was able to like move on or whatnot. So yeah. And then the last part, it is time to open yourself to the guidance available to you now. If there's an area of life in which you feel you need support, be willing to ask and then receive in whatever form it comes. The more you acknowledge the energy of guidance, the more clearly you will recognize it, therefore making it easier to utilize it in your life. Bringing feelings of empowerment and the ability to move into flow-filled action and new levels of synchronistic connection to life. Breathe deeply and give thanks. Know that you are being guided and supported now. And yeah, like basically they found out that like her principal who passed away was like a cousin somehow. So that's why she was like her spirit. She came back as a spirit guide. So there's something about spirit guides and ancestors here or whatnot. And then I'm gonna pull one tarot card just to like clarify and see what comes out or whatnot. And then we'll move on to the second topic. Oh, that's crazy. Bottom of the deck, which is determining of that is Queen of Chalices, which is Queen of Cups, Hannah, Mother of Faith. Top of the deck, you watching this right now, is the Moon, Jacob's Dream at Bethel. There's something about intuition for sure. Praying, like speaking to your guides, speaking to your spirit team, what's your eyes good, the eyes good, and like your intuition or whatnot. And then the card that came out is Knight of Feathers, Paul the Apostle. And Knight of Feathers is Knight of Swords. At once, and this is Acts chapter 9, verse 20. And this is from the New International Version. At once he began to preach in the synagogues that Jesus is the Son of God. So there's some type of like passing on some type of message, some type of teaching or whatnot. So this could either be like, and then there could be something about like, there's something about being a teaching or like giving a message or whatnot, being a messenger. This also could be something about like getting downloads or whatnot. They call it downloads, getting a whole bunch of things like coming into your crown and like basically like giving the message or whatnot. Yeah, so that's that for the first topic. Let's go on to the second one. Give me a second. Shuffle this, baby. It could be like passing on to like the children. I believe the children of the future. She's so funny because I'll be doing that too. I'd be like, what's the next song? When I hear them starting to switch, I was like, what is it? What is it? I'm like, okay. All right. Let's go on to the second one down. Ah. All right. Dang. How am I going to cover that? Okay. So bottom of the deck, which is the bottom deck, which is this summary of the card that came out, third eye chakra. Top of the deck, you watching this right now, is love. Love, kindness, benevolence, sharing, and receiving. There could be some like interaction or whatnot. I'm gonna immediately clarify this because I want to clarify it. I feel like right here it might be upside down. It looks weird. Ooh. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of the clarity card that came out, is Knight of Candles, which is Knight of Wands, and it's Joshua, leader of faith. Top of the deck, you're watching this right now, is King of Grains, which is King of Pentacles, Joseph in charge of Egypt. Let me look at something real quick. I'm gonna turn this over while I do it. So for this week's Jupiter Day card pool reading, the second topic is magic, luck, and serendipity. I feel like people are going to stop sabotaging themselves when it comes to connection and interaction. Or Sarah is advising people to stop sabotaging themselves when it comes to connection, interaction. Something about stop limiting self. And yeah. So the card that came out is sexuality, openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. Something gives me sacred sexuality. Let me get another thing to like cover it. Make my day. Then to clarify that is 8 of feathers, 8 of swords, in reverse, and it's called Jonah trapped inside the fish. And then it's Jonah chapter 2 verse 2, and He said, "In my distress, I called to the Lord, and He answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead, I called for help, and you listened to my cry." But it's in reverse. Let's look at it upright, and then look at it in reverse. So yeah, and somebody could like just like stop, could drop all the worry, could drop all the limitations and all that stuff and start trusting God or whatnot, calling on God whenever you feel like you're afraid, instead of like self-sabotaging and allowing the fear, allowing the limitation to and the anxiety to like make you take you and take you take you out of it and like make you what you call it, out of alignment. So yeah, reversed the eight. I'm just gonna read it or whatnot, and then I'll read the sexuality card. In reverse, the Eight of Feathers is breaking free from restrictions, overcoming fear and limitations, gaining insight and perspective, taking inspired action, letting go of limiting beliefs. And every time I like see stuff like this, and it's like sexuality or whatnot, I don't immediately think about intercourse. There is this guy named Dox Digla, aka Brick City Buddha. I forgot if he like, yeah, he mentioned in some type of like a post or a talk or whatnot, or one of his lives about like how like when he say he's having sex, like it's not about like intercourse. It's more about like interaction with people or whatnot. Like when you're in alignment and you're having like a connection and a connection and a conversation with and when he's having like a conversation or a connection with someone, that's immediately like sex. It's like an integration. Like you guys are having, I forgot what he called it, but it's that or whatnot. It's not specifically like the intercourse part. That's what I see immediately for this here. Let's read the sexuality card. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. Sorry. So we have, oh, important. Went to the other one. Come on. So we have your sexuality, openness, sharing beauty and honor. Embrace the creative fire of your being. Honor the sacred power, openness, and beauty of genuine sensual connection. Um, yeah, intimacy is not all about like sexually touching each other and stuff like that. Intimacy is like how you're, it's like vulnerability and interaction and all that stuff. So yeah, then card story. Light pours into a warm bedroom as two lovers meet in affectionate embrace. They are close and open, connected, honest, and alive in their union. It is daylight and there is nothing to hide. Their hands caress and support each other. That's why I like the it's daylight and there's nothing to hide. So it's like vulnerability. In this photo, they're like nude. Their breathing and movement is unified, harvesting and sharing the sacred power of their inner fires. And in this moment, they are one. Card message. It is time to express and experience your passions and desires, to honor the power of your sexual energy as a sacred creative life force, not only in your union with another, but also in your life. On a surface level, this card is an invitation to become aware of and communicate your sexual values, needs, and wants with your partner. Talk about what you enjoy. Open the pathway to move beyond fears or restrictions that you each may carry from the past. Honor your true feelings about sex and sexuality. There's a lot about releasing fear and restrictions, because it said that when I read for the Eight of Feathers in reverse. On a deeper level, it's time to raise your awareness of the divine aspects of your own sexual energy, to acknowledge yourself as a sexual being, not as popular culture perceives it, but as a pure expression of creative life force in all aspects of your being. It is time to become comfortable with the unique essence of your physical form, who you are, your coloring and textures, the way you dress, your fragrance and body language. Expand your daily expression of your own inner fire and sexuality. seek to recognize and feel this divine energy in your intimate partner as well as in yourself. Acknowledge the beauty in the meeting together of two souls. Feel the energy exchange. That's what it is. Yeah, it's an energy exchange. Allow the pure love and pleasure of giving and receiving to envelop you and move through you. Allow yourself to be fully present in that sacred space. Expressing your sexual essence can be innocent and intense, playful and fulfilling, joyfully creative and deeply sacred. Honor the sacred power of your sexual energy in life. So yes, 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 that's that, y'all. Yeah, when you usually have conversations or interactions with people, it's like, intimacy, it's sexual energy, and it's funny because he does that. I don't know if he still does it or not. I haven't seen his posts lately, honestly. But like when I used to see his posts a lot, like he used to do misleading type topics or titles or whatnot. And then when you would like listen to what he said, it's something deeper than like what the caption would say. So he would say something about like, oh, I have sexual intercourse with many people or whatever. But then in his like post, he would explain deeper like what he meant by that. Like not literally like just having with everybody. Like it's like interactions, and there's something about a vulnerability and sacredness when it comes to that and alignment. So yeah, that's that. For the second topic, magic, luck, serendipity. Um, if you would like a personal reading, you can visit my link tree or you can email me to set up a day and time. They both will be in the description box for you to see. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated and it's helpful. And peace out. Have a great day, y'all.